name's Bruce, and Father Schlegel, and all congratulations to Al and Coach Morgan, as well as Bob and Rosemary. I know you were in the stands when I was there, and I went to you several times for advice on who to take the classes also. It's neat to see you again. Wow, where do I begin? I'm so honored to be part of this group here at Creighton. Since leaving, I've been a coach, I've been a player, I've been a parent, and I've also been on the officiating side. All of these 4 roles are very important. The part I like best, though, is being the player. The player is able to do something about the situation. The coach can only say so much. The parent can only encourage so much. And the official, well, we all know what they can do. The basketball team at Creighton was like my family when I was here. The people here at Creighton truly do care about you as a student athlete, and not only as a student athlete, but beyond, after you're gone. They are truly one of a kind here. At Creighton, you're not just another number. You really do mean a lot to the university. The neatest thing for me to see is seeing all the growth that has taken place since I've left. I remember when I was on my recruiting visit here at Creighton, and Bruce was telling me as we were looking to the east, that someday Creighton was going to own everything to the Missouri River. And he's correct, we're pretty close to getting there now. It's really neat to see that. The facilities here at Creighton are top-notch. It's neat to see that women's basketball has one of the finest facilities in the country, in the Ryan Athletic Center and DJ Sokol Arena, as well as the volleyball team also. Some games that I played in here at Creighton, at times there's only less than 100 people there. And now you get over 1,000 people at our games, and I think that's just great. One of the highlights of my career at Creighton was being the first and second women's basketball team to play in the NCAA tournament. The first year we played Long Beach State here at home. They were all taller than us, but we managed to win the game. We went on to Nacogdoches, Texas to play the Lumberjacks with Stephen F. Austin, losing in the closing seconds by 1 point. The road to the NCAA tournament in 1994 was a little different than in 1992. After losing to Southwest Missouri State, now Missouri State, in the Missouri Valley Conference Finals in 1994, our hopes for the automatic bid were crushed. Is that right, Flynn? Tradition continues, huh? However, sitting in the student center that Sunday, listening to the tournament pairings for the 1994 tournament, we were the last team of the 64 field to be selected and announced on TV. That was such a great moment for us. I can still remember it just like yesterday. During that tournament, we went on to beat Bowling Green before we lost to the defending national champions, Texas Tech, that year. When we went to Texas Tech, I can remember our parents and some devoted fans who rented some vans and drove all night, taking turns while we were going down to make it to our game to watch us play, and then watching us play and turning right around and driving right back. Well, there's so many experiences that I have from Creighton. I can't even begin to tell you in the 5 minutes that they allotted me to talk. I can tell you that Bruce can swim quite well in his penny loafers and his wool sweater. We were in Utah, and after our game, the teammates wanted to meet at the pool. It just happened to be my birthday, and they were supposed to be dumping me in the pool for my birthday. However, Bruce found out that that just wasn't the case. It was his turn. One of my other highlights was winning the WAC championship in Utah my sophomore year. During this year, Shannon Sturby had tore her ACL, and Stacy Paskert stepped up to fill that role and did a very good job. Scoring my 1,000th career point at Nebraska in December of 1993 was probably one of the greatest highlights I ever had. Angela Beck recruited me to play, however wouldn't offer me a full scholarship that Bruce would, and that was just the best thing ever. Some of the other things I remember are traveling on the road. When we were at Southern Illinois, we got snowed in on the way home, and we got to Kansas City, and we were supposed to be coming back to Omaha that night, the next day when we got up. And we got to Kansas City, and Connie when we finally got there, she decided that we were just going to go on to Wichita because when we got home, none of us were going to do what we were supposed to do anyway. Stacy Pasker, which most of you probably are aware of or who know her, after winning our first game in the 1994 NCAA tournament, we shaved her head. That was one of the deals that she made with us. Getting all conference my senior year. I could go on and on about the memories I have from playing at Creighton. However, I only have 5 minutes, right, Bruce? I would like to thank Bruce and Connie for giving me the opportunity to play college basketball, as well as my teammates. I'd also like to thank Flan, who was there and pushed me every day to be the best post player I could be in practice. Not only has playing basketball given me many opportunities, there's other opportunities I've had since leaving Creighton that I never imagined were going to happen. I've played in several benefit basketball games since leaving. I've coached the Junior Jeffs basketball program for kids in K through 8 in Fairbury, K through 3 in Fairbury, and I've also coached 7th grade girls hoops in Fairbury. Not to mention the many friends I have made. For example, a few years ago in Fairbury, I was going to get my driver's license renewed. The examiner said to me, "You used to be Kris Kugel and played basketball, women's basketball for Creighton in the 1990s. He went on to say that he was a radio announcer at Southwest Missouri State when I played for Creighton. His name is familiar to all of us. He is the radio broadcaster for Nebraska, Matt Coatney." I'd like to thank my teammates from Creighton who made the experience great. They're all part of family to me. I'd like to thank my brother Wayne, who played endless games of basketball on the gravel court we had at home. To Mom and Dad for following me to the games, as well as the other teams I played in the summer. And to my husband Bryce for being a part of the last 2 years I played at Creighton. And I'd also like to thank my kids, Cody, Sarah, and Emily, who have been through several charity basketball fundraiser games, as well as many alumni games to support me.